bodies I have in mind, and how they can change to assume new shapes. I ask the help of the gods, who know the trick. Change me, and let me glimpse the secret and speak. Better than I know how, of the world's birthing and the creation of all things, from the first to the very latest.
Before there was water and dry land, or even heaven and earth, nature was all the same. What we call chaos. With neither sun to shed its light, nor moon to wax and wane, nor earth hung in its atmosphere. If there was land and sea, there was no discernible shoreline, no way to walk on the one, or swim or sail on the other. There was neither reason nor order, until at last a god spark glowed, then shone like a beam of light to define heaven and earth, and separate water from hard ground.
Once these distinctions were made and matter began to behave, the sky displayed its array of stars and their constellations, a twinkling template of order. The sea upon which they shone quickened with fish, and the woods and meadows with game, the air with twittering birds, each order of creature settling into itself.
A paradise, it would seem. Except one thing was lacking. Words.
And so, man was born. He was born that he might talk.
Some say the god perfected the world, creating of his divine substance the race of humans.
Others maintain we come from the natural order of things.
But one way or another, people came, erect, standing tall, with our faces set not to gaze down at the dirt beneath our feet, but upward toward the sky, in pride, or perhaps nostalgia.
What would you do with all the money in the world?
What a question.
I know what I'd do. Do you want to know what I'd do?
No.
I would never do laundry again.
That's it? That's the big dream?
Among other things.
Do you want to hear a story?
About rich people.
Yes.
Always.
There was a certain king named Midas, net worth 100 billion.
Now, I'm not a greedy man. But it's an accepted fact, a proven fact, that money is a good thing. A thing to be longed for, a necessary thing. And my God, I've got a lot of it. Now, it wasn't always this way with me. The boats, the houses by the sea, the summer cottages, the winter palaces, the exotic furnishings, the soft clothes, the food, and... Honey, can you stop that now? Be still now. Daddy's talking. Excuse me. The outrageous food and 200-year-old wine. No, it wasn't always like this. I came up from poor, and I've worked hard all my life. My father was a minor manufacturer in somewhere, but I was born with a head for business, and it's always been as though everything I touched has turned to gold. Well, not literally, of course. That is something. I turned a profit. I meant, and sweetheart, Daddy asked you, be still, take it inside. You see this pool? It cost a pretty penny, I can tell you. But all it takes is hard work, plain and simple. And those that haven't got it in them, well, what can anyone do? They just haven't got it. Be still! You're driving me nuts already! You know, I never forget that I do it all for my, all for the family. Yes, that's what it's all for. Family is the most important thing, isn't it? In one's own family, I mean, not someone else's, for God's sake. When I come home at midnight, 7 days a week, in the moments before sleep, I realize, what was it? Oh, yes! That family is what really matters.
Sir!
Oh. Yes, what is it?
This man has been causing trouble in the town. We believe he's a vagrant, sir, of the worst, most drunken kind. Hello, King. What should we do with him?
Nice place.
Execute him?
No need. In my day, I've certainly been 3 sheets to the wind.
3 sheets to the... What? What the hell are you talking about, King? I'm all rum up.
Why, even last week at the Feast for Dionysus?
Let me tell you something. You know what?
No, what?
Let me tell you.
Yes?
Let me tell you something.
Yes, all right.
I've been all over the world.
Oh, have you?
I'm lost now, but I have been all over the place.
Well, how nice for you.
Are you listening to me? Well, let me tell you that there is your country where...
Yes, how very fascinating. Now, if you'll excuse me,
No, listen. I'm straight from the crowd, and I'm lost now. But there is a country...
Asia?
Further.
Africa?
No, further. Over the ocean. I've been there.
Oh.
I tell you, King, it's a dream. A dream. I am telling you that in this country, the people see each other. And they live without desire of any kind. So time? There's no time. Just the blue sky above, and the pretty moon at night, and the meadows full of yellow flowers.
Well, thank you. This has been most entertaining. Now, if you'll excuse
And the
me.
people live forever.
What?
They live forever. They never die.
What is it? Some herb they have? Some...
No.
Ah, something in the air. Something we could distill. I have shipping fleets, you know.
No,
to bring it.
no, it's,
Yes?
Is that your daughter?
What? Oh, yes! Go on! Get out of here! Be still for once in your life! Go on.
You are rich indeed.
Yes, go on! Is it an animal? It's even better if it's an animal. We could breed them here. My God, the millions. Don't worry, young man, you'll get your cut.
No.
It's not an animal. Well, what is it? What is this secret to eternal life?
It's here.
Ah, some formula. You have it, the formula?
No, it's here.
What?
And here.
Oh, that. The inner life. What uselessness. All right, off you go. You may sleep in the cabana.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, for God's sakes, turn him over. Somebody turn him over before he drowns.
Night fell, but when the rosy-fingered dawn came back again,
Midas!
Good Lord, who's there?
It's Bacchus!
I hear you have a follower of mine.
A follower?
Yes. Silenus. He wandered from our group as we passed close to town, and I hear he is with you.
Oh, the fellow in the cabana? Yes, take him, he's all yours.
I am grateful that you did turn him away, Midas, that you took care of him and saw that he didn't drown in his condition, and I'd like to present you with a gift.
A gift?
Some ability, a minor miracle, something to do at parties.
Anything?
Anything at all.
You promise.
Yes, of course.
Then grant me that everything I touch, everything I put my hand to will turn to solid gold.
That's a really, really bad idea.
What do you mean it's a bad idea? It's a brilliant idea.
Think about it, Midas.
No, you think about it. You gave your oath. We had a deal, for God's sake. Now follow through.
All right, then.
And from that moment on, everything he touched turned to solid gold.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Let me think where to begin. Oh, no.
He went out walking, and with every step, the gravel under his feet turned golden nuggets. Delighted, he put his hands to branches of trees and to flowers, and he had gold branches and flowers. All day long, he experimented, almost insane with happiness, and the whole of the world could become his personal treasure. Late at night, he stumbled back into the courtyard, laden with precious gold.
Well, no! Take it away! August! Take it away!
I can't.
Yeah, you can! You must! Take it away now!
I'm sorry.
No! Take it away now!
There is one way, Midas.
What is it?
Walk as far as the ends of the earth. Look for a pool of water that reflects the stars at night. Wash your hands in it, and there is a chance that everything will be restored.
Was that too sad for you?
A little.
All right then, here's another. There once was a king named Chaos, who had as his queen Alcyone, daughter of Aeolus, master of the winds. These two adored each other and lived in a monotony of happiness. But nothing in this world is safe.
It isn't true.
It is.
Alcyone had heard that Chaos had ordered his ship to be made ready for a sea voyage, visit a far-off oracle.
How can you leave me alone? I'll pine in your absence. Overland, it's a long and arduous trip, but I still prefer that to a voyage by sea, which I fear, for my father's winds are wild and savage. You think as his son-in-law, you may get some special treatment? Not so. Once they've escaped my father's cave, those winds are wild and beyond anyone's control. As a girl, I watched them come home exhausted and spent, and I learned to fear them then. Now, I am petrified. Surely, she said, if you die, my life is over. And I shall be cursed with every reluctant breath I draw.
My love, I hate to choose between my journey and you, but how can I live this way? Stranded on shore, afraid, domesticated, diminished, a kind of lapdog?
Take me with you at least, and we'll meet the storms together, which I fear much less than to be left a widow.
In 2 months' time, I'll be back.
No, I fear you won't. I know you won't.
In 2 months' time, for that short time, you can be patient and endure the trials of waiting.
She was hardly consoled, but saw she could not hold out any longer in the face of his resolve. She allowed herself to be soothed and consented to his going.
There are no more details left to be checked.
No last-minute changes to make. And the men, arranged on their benches, were ready
To row and go!
He boarded and gave the sign.
Hey up!
Boom!
Hey up!
Boom!
Hey up!
Boom!
And then he turned to wave at her.
Boom! Boom!
She waved it,
Boom!
while the ribbon of black and white widened between the ship and the board.
She gazed at him until he was no longer distinguishable, but still fully could see the ship. She narrowed her eyes to the horizon and watched as it receded into a smaller and smaller object. And then the whole hull was gone, until nothing but the sails remained. And then they too disappeared.
She gazed still at the empty and desolate loo.
And went to her empty bedroom to lie on the huge and vacant bed and give herself over to weeping.
Hey up!
Boom!
Hey up!
Boom!
Hey up!
Boom!
The vessel cleared the harbor and caught the freshening wind, which set the ringing and singing and slapping against its bars. I heard the rowers chip their oars, and the sailors to set yard and make sail. Our ship ran before the wind. We made satisfactory progress all that day, and reached a point of no return. As much blue water astern as remained ahead.
But as the sun was sinking to the west, the water, everywhere blue until now, began to be flecked with the white-capped wings sailors disliked. The weather was worse with every moment. For the winds were on the loose.
Reef the sail, bail the water, secure the spar! But Poseidon and his henchmen had arrived!
The rest was one enormous green.
He thinks, in an oddly abstract way, that the waves are like lions, crazed with the hunter's wounds. The ship is a besieged town attacked by a horde of madmen.
What do you think the heavens were crazed with lust?
To join the turbulent sea!
Which would return their bizarre passion, and rise up in the race here!
Men have lost their faith in their captain, their courage, their nautical skill, and even their will to live as they wait for the end.
One weeps and grumble out!
Another, no braver, is silent, dumbstruck.
One call from the crowd from overseas.
Another curses his fate.
And one says one word.
Alcyon!
Again and again.
Alcyon, my treasure, Alcyon!
And this is the end of the world.
Oh God, hear my modest prayer, that my body may wash ashore at her feet.
She may, with gentle hands prepare to be buried.
Nothing left but the slow parade led by Hermes to the underworld.
One, 2, 3, 4, 15, 16, 17, 18, 98, 99, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 15, 16, 17, 18, 98, 99, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Look at her, Iris. She's moved her vigil down to the shore, and now she's sleeping there.
98, 99, 100. KX, come home. I'm nearer now. I'm sleeping on the shore. It's not so far until you see me.
This can't go on forever. Go to the House of Sleep and ask him to arrange a nighttime visitation. A dream that might show our Alcyone the sorry truth.
Far off, in remotest Campania, beyond where the Cimmerians live, lies a deeper and darker grotto, the home of sleep. In this place, the sun never can, even at midday, penetrate with its faintest beams. No rooster dares disturb the silence with his rude crowing. No dog or nervous goose gives voice to challenge the passing stranger. Not even branches sigh in occasional passing breezes, but an almost total silence fills the air. At the heart of a painted stillness, in a huge, darkened chamber, the god himself relaxes, drifting in languor. Around him, fragments of ill-assorted dreams hover over the floor in grand profusion. Like leaves the trees have let go to float through the currents of air and fall in their gorgeous billows below. In this strange and breathless place, Iris the rainbow intrudes.
Oh, somnolent one! Somnolent one! Hello! Mildest of all the gods, soother of souls and healer of wearied and pain-racked bodies and minds.
Iris, let me rest a moment. Iris, what do you want?
Devise, if you can, some form to resemble King Cakes, and send it down in a dream to his wife, the Queen Alcyone. Let her know the news of the wreck of his ship and the death of the husband she loved so well. Do this for her. Oh. Farewell.
Morpheus! Morpheus! Come and change your shape to that of King Cakes. Go to his wife and tell her. Tell her that he is dead. That's good. That's very good. Now go.
Sir. Sir, you seem like a seafaring man. Can you tell me where is my husband KX? Have you seen him on the sea? When is he coming home? His ship is strong and unmistakable. Have you seen him? Sir!
Do you not know me? Has Devlin done me so?
No.
Look at me, I charge you, look at me.
Go away.
Look at me and know your husband's ghost. Your prayers have done no good, for I am gone, beyond all help or hope forever.
Go away!
I'm not some bearer of tales, but the man himself had it happen. Look at me, my little bird.
I told you. I knew it would happen, and I begged you not to go. I knew the day you sailed, I had lost you forever. The ship, my hopes, and my life grew smaller all at the same time. You should have allowed me to come.
Little bird,
This is no good. No good that I should be living and you be elsewhere or nowhere. I'm drowning now in the air. I'm wrecked here on the land, where the currents are just as cold and cruel.
Get up from your bed. Put on your morning clothes.
Wait for me. Come back. Where are you going? Wait, and I'll go with you, as wives are supposed to go with their husbands. Lucina! Lucina, give me your lantern. KX! Come back! Where are you? Come back! He was here! Where is he? Where is he?
All that night she searched along the shore for her drowned, dreamed husband, but she found nothing, not even footprints, only wave after wave of black water. When morning came, she narrowed her eyes to the horizon, and remembered how she looked on that other day. She remembered his last kiss, the way he turned to his ship, could not bear it, and turned again to her.
What is that out there? Oh, it's a man? Alas, poor sailor, for your wife and...
Gods are not altogether unkind. Some prayers are answered.
KX, is this how you return to me?
She began to run to him, but as she ran, crying, a strange thing happened. By the time she reached him, she was a bird. She tried to kiss him with her bill, and by some trick of the ocean's heaving, it seemed that his head reached up to hers in response. You ask, how could he have felt her kiss?
But better ask, how could the gods not have felt it, seen this and not had compassion?
For the dead body was changing, restored to life and renewed as another seabird. Together, they still fly, just over the water's surface, and mate and rear their young. And for 7 days each winter, Alcyone broods on her nest that floats on the gentle water. For Aeolus, her father, then keeps the winds short-reined, and every year gives 7 days of calm upon the ocean. The days that we call the Halcyon days.
Wood, Along the breaking waves,
The fearless heart,
with a fearless heart,
that noble bird,
that noble bird,
that holy bird,
that holy bird,
deep blue,
the deep blue of the ocean.
wood, oh wood,
Wood, oh wood,
kingfisher,
you're a kingfisher,
flies,
flies, flies, the halcyon,
along the breaking waves,
along the breaking waves,
the fearless heart,
with a fearless heart,
that noble bird,
that noble bird,
that holy bird,
that holy bird,
the deep blue,
the deep blue of the ocean.
When you see a miracle like that, how can you deny the existence of the gods? Believe it or not, there are some that do. There was a man called Epperson who scorned the gods and declined to sacrifice on their altars or to them honor. Nothing was sacred to him. He only looked for the usefulness in things. One day, he found himself in a grove, sacred to Ceres.
Cut it down.
Sir, that tree is centuries old.
We need the wood. Cut it down.
Sir, this is a sacred grove, and that tree is beloved by Ceres.
It's only a tree that the goddess likes. But say it was the goddess herself, I'd cut it down just the same.
Sir, please.
Get off me, you pious son of a bitch!
And he tore the tree down.
Sir,
Who's that?
I am the tree self-seeking. My pangs of death are eased by one thing.
And what might that be?
That you will never get away with this.
Oh, no, I'm really frightened.
The goddess Ceres heard the cry of her tree, and her mind immediately began to move on torments that she might inflict.
Orion!
Yes, there is a place in far-off Scythia. Nothing grows there. No wheat, no grass, no trees. There you will find huddling together cold, fear, and gaunt hunger. Tell hunger I command her to visit this brute and establish a home for herself in his belly. I give him to her as a toy.
I will.
I would go myself, but it is forbidden for hunger and I to ever meet.
Boread flew off to the Caucasus, a bleak and nightmarish region. There, in a field of stones, crouched Hunger, pulling from between the rocks with her teeth and filthy fingernails some tiny bits of moss. Her hair hung down in lank and matted locks. Her eyes were sunken and circled. Her lips were slack and cracked. The vaults of her ribs stuck out, as did every bone in her body. One could count the knobs on her spine.
Hunger? Ceres commands you,
Yes?
or rather permits you, to go to
Yes?
Epperson and never leave him until he's finished.
Gladly. Hunger crawled through the air to the house of the victim. As she flew overhead, fields withered and men starved. The birds scattered from her path, too weak to fly. It is night when she arrives at Epperson's home, as she curdles through the halls until she finds him, lying in his room. She wraps cadaverous arms around him in an embrace as strong as love, but quite the opposite of love. She breathes her spirit into his spirit, and he begins to dream.
pastries, cheese, grapes.
He waits.
Bring me something to eat. Anything. I'm starving.
But he can't wait to be served. He begins to eat everything in sight. Meal after meal after meal after meal. But he can't shake this hunger.
More. I need more. More to eat.
Baked shrimp and marshmallows, salami and ice cream, liver and donuts, everything in every possible combination. Even as he eats, he is planning other menus and complaining of his hunger. As the ocean ingested water from the rivers of the world, but still is never filled and remains thirsty and guzzles more and more forever. So he calls out for more.
It isn't enough. It isn't enough.
He's gorging into the storerooms and larders, the warehouses and barns of the city. His hunger is unabated. What is left to sell?
Mother,
My son?
come with me.
Now this part is true, though you may not believe it. His hunger led him to sell his darling mother.
She doesn't look so strong.
She is. She is. We've had her forever.
I can't give you much. I mean,
Give just whatever. Just give it to me.
all right.
With the few coins he received, he ran home to eat. Riding in a boat behind her new master, Erisicton's mother leaned over the hall and prayed to someone that she once knew.
Poseidon, if you remember me, come and save me now.
From the briny deep, Poseidon heard her prayer, pulled her into the water, and changed her into the little girl who used to play along the shores. The salty water licked the years away until she emerged, one who gave him praise in childhood, shouting as she ran among the waves. This is the kind of sweet, unabidden praise the gods adore and do not forget.
Hey, you little girl! What happened to the old woman that was here a moment ago? Did she dive overboard and swim out the shore?
Sir, I swear by the god of the sea that no one except myself has come to the shore. I swear it.
To this day, at every hour, somewhere in the world, you can still catch a glimpse of that child playing by the shore. But let us return to our king. It was not enough. The money she had earned for him was not enough to satisfy his needs. The emptiness within him was unappeasable. You've seen such men yourself, sure.
Need more. I must have more.
The godless are always hungry.
More.
Always yelling at waitresses.
I want more.
Only need one end to such a man. He will destroy himself.
Bon appetit.
You've heard of Orpheus, the greatest musician of all time, and his bride, Eurydice. His was the unluckiest of wedding days. Orpheus and Eurydice. Number 1, Ovid AD 8. Orpheus, the widower bridegroom, mourned her in the upper world, but his grief was limitless. Inconsolable, desperate, he left the warmth and sweetness of our air. He dared to descend to the river of Styx and crossed it to the underworld. Through that dim domain with all its shimmering, buried ghosts, he passed until he arrived at its melancholy heart and found its king lying with Persephone. He knelt before them, drowning in his grief.
I don't know what our love has found here. I've heard that he has done. We brought you two together. If that's true, the passion moved you once. Listen to me. I've tried to master this grief, and I can't. I understand we all come here in the end. My bride Eurydice will soon enough be your sister in the brightness of her years. I'm asking for a loan, not a gift. If you deny me, one thing is certain.
I want you to keep me here as well.
As Orpheus spoke, the pale phantoms began to weep. Tantalus was no longer thirsty, and Sisyphus sat on his rock to listen.
Orpheus, turn around. Eurydice, your song has moved us, Orpheus, and you may have her on one condition. As you ascend and leave this place, she will not walk beside you, but she will be following. You must not, until you pass our gates, turn around to look at her. If you look at her, before you reach the sunlight, she is ours forever.
I understand.
Hermes will accompany you. Remember, hesitation or doubt. And your gift that I'm trying to give you is returned to us. A simple enough condition.
It ought to have been. The singer led the way, ascending the sloping path through the murk. A long way they traveled. Almost all the way. But you know what happened. Concerned for her, or not quite believing this wasn't a cruel delusion, a dream or a mirage, he turned.
Farewell.
That was his last sight of her. But he saw it again and again.
Farewell.
Is this story a story of love and how it always goes away? time moves only in one direction.
Farewell.
Is this story a story of an artist and the loss that comes from sudden self-consciousness or impatience?
Farewell.
Orpheus and Eurydice, number 2, Rainer Maria Rilke, AD 1908.
He told himself they had to be behind him. Said it aloud and heard it fade away. They had to be behind him. Their footsteps were ominously soft. If only he could look back, just once.
But looking back would ruin this entire work, so near completion.
Then he could not fail to see them. Those two that followed behind so softly.
The god of speed and distant messages, a golden crown above his shining eyes, his slender staff held out in front of him, and little wings fluttering at his ankles. And on his right shoulder, barely touching it, she.
A woman so loved that from one lyre there came more lament than from all lamenting women. That whole world of lament arose in which all nature reappeared. Forest and valley, road and village, field and stream and animal, and that around this lament world, even as around the other earth, a sun revolved, and a silent, star-filled heaven, a lament heaven, with its own disfigured stars. So greatly was she loved.
But now she walks behind the graceful one, her steps constricted by the trailing rainbows.
Uncertain, gentle, and without impatience.
She was deep within herself, like a woman heavy with child, and no longer saw the man in front, nor the path ascending steeply into life. Deep within herself, being dead filled her, beyond fulfillment. Like a fruit, suffused with its own mystery and sweetness, she was filled with her vast death, which was so new, she could not understand it had happened.
She had come into a new virginity, and was untouchable. Her sex had closed like a young flower at nightfall, and her hands had grown so unused to things that the god's infinitely gentle touch of guidance hurt her like an unwanted kiss.
She was no longer that woman with brown eyes who once had echoed through the poet's songs, no longer the wide couch's scent, an island, and that man's property no longer.
She was already loosened, like long hair, poured out like fallen rain, shared like a limitless supply.
And when abruptly the god put out his hand to stop her, saying with sorrow in his voice,
He has turned around.
she could not understand, and softly answered,
Who? Far away, dark before the shining exit gates, someone or other stood, whose features were unrecognizable.
He stood and saw how, in a strip of road among the meadows, with a mournful look, the god of messages silently turned to follow a small figure, already headed back along the path, her steps constricted by the trailing grave clothes.
uncertain, gentle, and without impatience.
at one time a wood nymph named Pomona, whose skill in the care of plants and trees has never been equaled. She hardly noticed the rivers and forests, but loved the orchards and fields. These were her passion, her life. She didn't disdain Aphrodite as much as ignore her. She kept aloof from every suitor. There was one suitor, however, Vertumnus, the god of springtime. He was
In love.
with her more than the rest.
He adored her.
In the manner of the Shire gods, he used to disguise himself. Would put on the clothes of a farmhand, a working man's shirt, a straw hat, stick hay stalks behind his ears like some storybook yokel. When that produced nothing, he thought he might hold in his hand a pruner to look like a field hand who tends to the grapes in their arbors. After the complete failure of that, he thought he might come with a ladder to seem as though he were bound for some nearby orchard to gather apples. With wigs, costume, and makeup, he once tricked himself out as a soldier, romantically returned from foreign wars. Another time, he tricked himself out as an ordinary fisherman, fishing in her path on the chance that she might pass by. He waited from dawn till dusk, passing from boredom to terror and back again.
The point was to just be near her.
Stand there, gaze at her beauty.
And maybe wish her a good morning.
Or,
Good afternoon.
or, before he plodded on by.
Oh, I live for these trivial moments.
One day, he put on the wig and dress of an old woman and wandered through the green, green hills until he saw his beloved standing there in the lavender.
Lovely. Truly lovely. But you, miss, are lovelier still. Just look at that tree, would you? And see how that tree and I complement each other, complete each other. Separate they aren't much, but together they're splendid. There's a lesson in that, my dear, one that I think you should consider. The way you've been treating for yourself is no good. It's a sad violation of nature, as well as a waste. Ooh. A lover is what you need to make yourself complete as a woman. You have many choices, I think, as many as hell in the world. But there's one name in particular that I would recommend. For Thomas. Huh? Now, I know him as well as I know myself, and I know no. I guarantee that his eyes are made for you alone. Consider that he's young, healthy, strong, attractive. His tastes, too, are very similar to yours, for
He likes trees and gardens almost as much as you do. Besides, he's fun and likes to take on various disguises. It's a game he likes to play. Believe me, you may take these words that I'm speaking as if they were coming out of his own mouth.
None of this was working.
Listen, aren't you afraid of offending Aphrodite? Don't you know the story?
What story?
The story. The story of Aphrodite, Cinyras, and his daughter Mira.
No. And he began to tell her.
Part 1. The mistake. There once was a girl like you, named Mira, and she too had ignored Aphrodite. She wouldn't fall in love. There were too many suitors everywhere, and she was blind to them. Until finally, Aphrodite had had enough and seized her with a passion.
So...
It was a passion for her father.
That isn't true.
It is.
You can shut yourself in a room, bolt the door, and love will come through the window. Draw the curtains, lock the casement, but love will seep through the walls. Never think that you can be safe from love.
She struggled hard against her passion.
Oh gods, I pray to you, keep off this wickedness. Make me a daughter to my parents. Even to think what I'm thinking is a crime. Or is it a crime? Who would condemn such love as crime? The animals I've seen will do as they desire. A ram goes to the ewe that he has sired, and birds will make a nest with those the nest once held. How happy they are to be so free. But we have laws. Yet there are countries I have heard with no such laws, where in the dark the bonds of love already strong might be made perfect. Why do I keep thinking of such things? Leave me alone. He is the best of men, the best of fathers. If I were not his daughter, then I might lie with Cinyras, but I am his daughter. You've been so virtuous in body, Mira. Now be so in mind.
Mira?
Father,
Why are you crying?
it's nothing. It's nothing.
Why should a girl like you be sad? There are suitors at our door every day, yet you keep refusing them and weeping in the corners of the house. Is there someone special you are hiding?
No,
What are you waiting for?
nothing.
None of them pleases you?
No.
What sort of husband would you like?
One like you.
May you always be such a good, sweet girl.
Midnight came, and sleep crept in the palace to fold men in his arms. But Mira could not sleep. Tangled in a dream of her father, she tossed all night long, caught between her shame and her desire, like a tree once wounded by the woodman's axe, that leans first one way in the wind, then another, hesitates, but always falls.
Part 2. The solution.
altogether helpless. Has someone bewitched you? Spells maybe work? Or have you crossed some god? Still, you may look to appease by sacrifices and prayers, even the heaven's aid. What else can it be? Your mother and father are well. I know. It is love. It must be love. Oh, I can help you. Whatever it is, whatever you want, I swear by the gods to help you. Only tell me. Your father will never know. Just
Go away!
But why?
Go away! Or stop it! Stop asking why I grieve. It's a crime. What you were trying to learn is a crime.
This went on, but the old nurse would not give up.
Oh, Mother, happy in your husband.
What does your mother have to do with... Oh, child. Whisper in my ear and tell me I'm wrong. I swore to help you, and now I must. Tomorrow, your mother leaves for the Feast of Ceres. She'll be gone 9 days. Your father will drink, and he will be likely, as any man can be, to listen to my suggestion. A pretty girl adores you, loves you, and wants to visit your bedroom. Can't she?
She's attractive?
Yes, and young.
How young?
Your daughter's age.
Well, all right then.
There's only one condition. She's very shy and is afraid for you to see her.
Oh, how charming.
Part 3. The corridor.
In the small hours of the night, when all was still in the palace, when the moon had fled from the sky and the stars were concealing themselves in a shroud of cloud, she set out for her father's apartment. She stumbled, recognized this as an omen, but nevertheless turned down the hallway. She continued down the corridor, clutching her nurse's arm for support. The hall is apparently endless, but then, too soon, they arrive at the door. Your girl is here.
Part 4. Unnameable.
Full of her father, the girl slips out of the room, guilty but shameless.
There's nothing to fear or to hope for now.
The next night she returns.
It's twice. No worse than once.
And the third night she's back again.
Let me see you.
No.
I want to see you.
No.
Let me see you.
No.
Ah.
Oh.
She escaped into the darkness, out of the room, the house, the city, into remote and exotic lands, even as far as the arid wilderness.
Oh God. I pray to you. Change
Someone must have heard her prayer, for she did change.
Some say she changed into a tree. Some say she gave birth to a boy called Adonis.
Others contend that she dissolved into tears.
And this last was not a mere expression, some rhetorical turn or poetic and hyperbolic trope, but simply the unadorned, terrible truth. She stepped into a shimmering stream and began to dissolve. Her body melted.
And then she was gone.
This story got for Tumnus nowhere.
Why are you wearing that ridiculous wig?
I don't know. I
Take it
don't
off.
know.
And take off this idiotic dress.
Idiotic? I don't know. I'm embarrassed.
Take it off.
When at last the god revealed himself, much to his surprise, he had no need for words. Little Pomona was happy with what she saw. Unadorned, undisguised. Soon the vine was clinging to the tree.
Well, my parents separated when I was really little, before I was even born. It was sort of a one-night sort of a thing, except it happened in the day in a meadow where my mother would go to watch my father pass by every day. Anyway, I always knew who he was, and I would see him pass by every day, of course. I mean, who doesn't? But I never knew him, and he wasn't really around. I mean, not around.
Where better might we find a more precise illustration of the dangers of premature initiation than in this ancient tale of alternating parental indulgence and neglect?
I went to an expensive school, and there were a lot of boys there who were, sons of the rich and famous. And one day, we're all on the playground together, and this one kid, Epperson, he goes to me, "So, Phaeton, blah, blah, blah. Who's your father? What does he do? Blah, blah, blah." So I tell him my father's the son, and he says, "Tell me another." So I say he's the son. He's Phoebus Apollo. And he basically just trampled me. Basically just beat the shit out of me like I was lying.
Neither his own opinion of himself, nor the regard for him or lack of it in his peers, obviates the father's primitive role as initiating priest for the younger being. Now, it cannot be contested that the absence of this figure is, for the son, an almost irredeemable loss.
So I go home and I say, Mom, this happened, at school. And she gets all upset, crying and everything because she still loves him. And it's an insult to her as well. And I'm like, well, if it's true, how come there isn't any proof of it? It's unfair to us, that there's no proof. And she gets even more upset and she says, hear me, my child. In all his glory, your father looks down upon us. By his splendor, I swear that you are his truly begotten son. That fiery orb you see crossing the sky each day, whose heat enlivens and enables the world and orders our days and nights, is indeed your sire. Believe me, my darling, blah, blah, blah.
When he matures beyond the customary Eden of the mother breast, the child seeks to individuate beyond its enfolding gate and turns to the new symbols of the paternal realm, thus beginning his spiritual passage from one sphere to the next.
So she tells me to go to the valley where my dad goes to work every morning and ask him to just set things straight, to, do right by me. So I set out, and it's hot, and it's dusty, and it's a long way across Ethiopia. And I hitch part of the time, and part of the time I walk, and finally, I get there, and the hill is steep.
But this passage is never easy.
At the door are my dad's secretaries. The days, the hours, the century, but they recognize me, and they say, go on in. And there he is, all shining and golden, and I can't even look at him, he's so bright. And you know what he says to me? He says, my son, you are welcome. Speak Phaeton to your father.
Speak Phaeton to your father.
I cannot even tell you what this was for. So I tell him everything, I just spill my guts. He listens and he says, let me grant you a favor. Whatever you ask shall be yours. And he swears to it.
The conventional exordium of the initiate from latent to realized potential is inevitably accompanied by a radical realignment of his emotional relationship with the amalgam of parental authority.
Now, there's only one thing I want. I mean, it's obvious, right? I say, give me the keys to your car. Immediately, he starts backpedaling, saying it's his job, and no one else can do it. And then up in the sky, there are the bull, and the lion, and the scorpion to get me. But I say, give me the keys to your car. I want to drive it myself across the sky. It's my turn. You promised I want to light the world today.
The father, for his substitute, must be assured before he transfers the symbols of adult vocation that the son no longer is operating from infantile complexes that might dangerously redirect his new task through the unconscious promptings of self-aggrandizement, personal preference, or even resentment.
Where have you been my whole life, Dad? It's my turn. Hand it over. So he hands over the reins, but he won't stop giving advice. Like, don't fly too high, nor too low, stay in the tracks, go slantwise, on and on, but I didn't listen.
Myths are the earliest forms of science.
It was over before it began. It was chaos, all right? Out of control, as if no one was driving. My knees were weak, I was blinded by all the light. I set the earth on fire, and I fell. And it just destroyed me, I was just completely and utterly destroyed. Oh, feel
E-R. Over.
It has been said that the myth is a public dream. Dreams are private myths. Unfortunately, we give our mythic side scant attention these days. As a result, a great deal escapes us and we no longer understand our own actions. So it remains important and salutary to speak not only of the rational and easily understood, but also of enigmatic things, the irrational and the ambiguous, to speak both privately and publicly. This is Eros, god of love.
Why does he have wings?
So he can move quickly from body to body.
Why is he naked?
To make us transparent.
To make us what?
Transparent in our love. Foolish to others. Exposed.
Why is he blind?
He's always pictured blind, but he really isn't.
Because in love we are so ignorant and so compulsive?
There's that.
What else?
He's blind to show how he takes away our ordinary vision, our mistaken vision, that depends on the appearance of things.
Who's this coming down the stairs?
Her name is Psyche.
Psyche? Her name is Psyche?
Yes.
What is she doing here?
She's married to the god, but she's never seen him.
Why is that?
He forbids it.
How did they meet?
Psyche was so beautiful that the goddess Aphrodite hated her, so she sent her son to punish her, but he fell in love instead.
Does she know that he is a god?
No, she suspects he is a monster.
Have they had sex already?
Yes.
And how was that?
It was good.
Then why does she suspect he's a monster?
Her jealous sister told her so.
And she listened to them?
Unfortunately, yes.
So now she's coming to see him as he sleeps?
Yes.
To make certain?
Yes.
With her eyes?
Yes. She's very young. This happens all the time.
What does the word psyche mean?
In Greek, it means the soul.
What's going to happen to her now?
She's going to suffer.
And?
She's going to suffer.
And?
She's going to suffer.
What does she have to do?
She is given horrible and lonely tasks by Aphrodite,
Such as?
sorting thousands of seeds, one from the other.
How did she manage?
Some little insects help her.
Like in fairy tales?
Like in all the fairy tales.
What else?
She had to go down to the underworld, fetch various things.
Wasn't she afraid?
She was petrified, but she did it all the same.
Wasn't it hopeless?
It was hopeless, but she did it all the same.
What did love do in the meantime?
He healed his little wound. It hurt him so much when she looked at him like that. The wax from the candle fell on him and burnt him.
How does it end?
Well, she finishes her tasks, and Zeus declares enough's enough.
He overrides love's mother?
Mm-hmm. And he gives Psyche a special potion that makes her immortal, and he declares that their marriage will last forever.
Does it?
Of course.
So it has a happy ending?
It has a very happy ending.
Almost none of the stories have completely happy endings.
This is different.
Why is that?
It's just inevitable. The soul wanders in the dark until it finds love. And so, wherever our love goes, there we find our soul.
It always happens?
If we're lucky, and if we let ourselves be blind,
Instead of watching out?
instead of always watching out.
If you will indulge us, we have one more tale to tell. A coda, if you will. It happened that one night, Zeus, the lord of the heavens, and Hermes, his son, came down to earth to see what people were really like. They disguised themselves as two old beggars, stinking and poor, ragged and filthy. They knocked on 1,000 doors.
Hello, do you have any spare?
Get out of here.
Get the hell out of here. I work hard for my money.
And 1,000 doors were slammed on them.
Hello. We're tired. We live on the street, and we were hoping that you might.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
At last, they came to a little hut on the outskirts of town.
Why bother knocking here? We've knocked on houses of all kinds, the homes of people with plenty to spare. Whoever lives here obviously has nothing.
Let's give it a try all the same. We've come all this way.
This is hopeless. Let's just go home.
Poor strangers. Philemon, there are guests at our door.
Hello, we are strangers to these parts. We've lost our way and we were hoping.
Bosses, why are you standing there? Let's bring our guests inside.
Do you know us?
Of course.
You do?
Yeah.
Then who are you?
What? You are children of God. Come in. Come in.
The two mortals, satisfied that their disguises had not been seen through, entered the house, lowering their heads to fit through the door. No, don't sit on the floor. Come sit in chairs as quality people do.
But even
And bosses fetched 2 pieces of cloth to pad them so the strangers might rest easy.
She stirred the coals in the hearth and found the fire to cook them a meal.
Philemon set out the embroidered cloth that they saved for feast days.
Bosses saw that one of the legs of the chairs was short and propped it up with the start of the pot.
Philemon set out a plate of olives, green ones and black, and a saucer of cherry plums.
Then there was cabbage and some roasted eggs.
For dessert, there were nuts, figs, dates, and plums.
And a basket of ripe apples.
Oh, remember how apples smell.
At last, with a show of modest pride, they brought out a bit of honeycomb for sweetness.
Philemon poured wine from a bottle, but as he filled the glass of the guests, he noticed that the bottle remained full.
And then they knew.
Mercy! You are divine. We've served you such a simple meal. Bosses, go and kill the goose.
What? We are gods, and we thank you. You've done more than enough, more than your nasty neighbors thought to do.
Suddenly, everything was changing. The poor little house, their simple cottage, was becoming grander and grander. A glittering marble column temple. The straw and reeds of the thatched roof metamorphosed into gold, and gates with elaborate carvings sprang up as ground gave way to marble paving stones.
Old man, old woman, ask of us what you will. We will grant whatever requests you make of us.
Having spent all of our lives together, we ask that you allow us to die at the same moment.
I'd hate to see my wife's grave or have her weep at mine.
The gods granted their wish. Arrived at a very old age together, the two stood at what had been their modest doorway, and now is a grandiose facade.
When Bosses saw that her husband was beginning to put forth leaves, and he saw that she too was producing leaves and bark, they were turning into trees. They stood there, held each other, and called before the bark closed over their mouths.
Farewell.
Walking down the street at night when you're all alone, you can still hear, stirring in the intermingled branches of the trees above, the ardent prayer of Bosses and Philemon. They whisper, "Let me die the moment my love dies." They whisper,
"Let me not outlive my own capacity to love."
They whisper,
"Let me die still loving, and so never die."
We wouldn't think you like it.